Members of the Trump administration have turned their backs on Americans yet again. We can watch and see in real time as they're trying to eviscerate and destroy all the mass deportation promises that you were given and trying to roll in their mass amnesty plans. I'm here. I want to tell you how to fix it and what you can actually individually do instead of waiting on some grifting loser on a TV to fix all your problems for you, and as they routinely don't. First, apologies for the late video. I've been sick, been unable to produce this fast enough, and yeah, enough with the pussy talk. The context of this, Mark Wayne Mullen, you might remember him as the guy who gave a stand down order to vehicle stops after an ICE agent shot a guy who tried to ram the ICE agent and ended up experiencing the consequences of his own actions. And yeah, Mark Wayne Mullen gave a stand down order because when he hears something bad happens, he's the guy who says, quick, burn the Constitution. Well, for some reason, instead of being fired, he's out giving speeches and ended up stating to the entire public that he's not actually going to mass deport people. As long as they only give over some of the people deported, they're not going to do anything. Let's hear it from the waste of space's mouth.
And so what I'm saying is, let me work with you on this stuff. I'm not handling things like maybe the past secretary had. I'm just saying, let's work to get the worst of the worst off the streets, and then you won't see me in your cities and states like you do as much because my presence won't be as big. In fact, you probably won't even see us at all.
Won't even see us at all. Disgusting. Absolute filth. But he didn't even stop here. He went on to actually state that they're naturalizing more people than they're deporting. He was bragging about naturalizing 900,000 people. This is in comparison to the 800,000 that have actually been deported. Again, straight from the waste of space's mouth.
Immigration reform possible? No. Do you really need immigration reform? Yes, you do. But can we work with the system we have? Yes.
It just needs
We
abolishment.
have naturalization ceremonies every single day in the United States that federal government's open. We have hundreds of thousands of people. In fact, we're real close to 900,000 individuals that have been naturalized in the last 12 months. There's a legal system to go through.
Yeah, and it needs to be abolished. I'm going to correct myself here. He's trying to insert reform. No, abolishing the immigration system. That's what we need. Complete eradication. No more people coming in. I think it is entirely fair to brand this guy an absolute traitor. He doesn't care about the nation. He doesn't care about the heritage. He doesn't care about the bloodline or our homeland. He just cares about some temporary politics and fame and some role, as he's probably, I would bet, taking money from the immigration lobby to shut all this down as he marks himself one of you. Just an absolute traitor. He's established a repeated pattern of this. He's a traitor through and through, end to end. A complete traitor. And I don't want to skip over Trump. I don't want to skip over Trump's role in this. I don't think he's totally to blame. But these people, they keep getting into the administration. We saw this as a whole in the first administration. He would repeatedly appoint these overt bad actors into positions of power. All they had to do, all they ever have to do, all they still have to do is give him a giant compliment and he'll call them the greatest thing ever. He'll call them true MAGA, and then he'll let them do whatever they want as the administration continues to completely derail and fail the American people. He'll just take a compliment and let someone commit effectively treason. But all of you, I don't want you to absorb this all as doom. I don't want you to sit here and see this as oh, it's the end, as some influencers are going to try and convince you of. They're gonna try and convince you it's all over. Pay me money, and they'll try to profit off of all of the doom screeching, all of the end of times screeching. Oh, America's over. Gives me money. I hate those people. This is an opportunity to stare directly into the abyss. Look in the face on the screen there and see evil for what it is. I want you to recognize evil while you remember what it is that you actually signed up for. I don't think any of you were fools when you went out to vote in 2024, every single year since. I don't think any of you were fools to think that, oh, Trump was just some old boomer who managed to break the matrix and suddenly knows everything. No, none of you were stupid enough to fall for Trump being the Messiah, or the Messiah for America, or something like that. Obviously he wasn't. Obviously he's out of touch. Obviously he doesn't know what's going on. And you guys were smart enough to recognize that we're just moving the needle every single day. I want you to recognize the treason from this man, the treason to our heritage, and remember that all of the problems that we are going through were never going to be easy to solve. They weren't going to be show up into the ballot box and vote away the problem over a week. No, the evil that you see, the guy on the left side of your screen, the evil is going to keep trying to permeate, and it's never going to stop fighting back, and it's never going to stop trying to infect every single last bit of our country. What you have to do, and something that you can do every single day, something that you can do to start turning this around instead of waiting on some politician to do it all for you. What you can do is you can maintain persistence, never-ending work, and never-ending relentlessness. Every single day, pushing the Overton window another inch. Again, this is something that you can do. You don't need to wait on a politician or some influencer to tell you to do it for them, or tell them to do it for you. Whoops, got that backwards. You don't have to wait for them to grift and lie and tell you that they ought to do it for you. You can actually do this yourself. Speak your mind without any fear. Speak your mind with the consequences be damned. Without any regard to the consequences of what you say. Just speak your own mind, speak your own thoughts, ignore any of the fear of what may come from what you say. Just say things. Push the Overton window, push the realm of what's acceptable inch by inch until the filth that these people speak is seen as nothing but absolute treason. Inch by inch, move the breadth of what's tolerable ideas until these people live in fear of what they say, the same way that you today fear speaking your patriotism. That's what I want you to do. Every single day, push the Overton window little bits. Inch by inch, you can just tweet out something that you believe that's controversial. Just say it anyway. You can do this. You can see if you go on Twitter, or frankly any social media platform, however you're using social media, because we all know we all communicate over social media entirely now anyways. You can see the acceptable speech from 5 years ago is like a giant padded room compared to what we have now. You have overt Nazis on social media platforms just screeching whatever they want to screech. We have successfully moved the Overton window light years away from what was acceptable even just 5 years ago. And if you keep moving this width of acceptable opinions, acceptable speech, the tolerable American idea, inch by inch, you will take your homeland back. That's all it takes. Inch by inch. Small bits every single day. Guys, if you like what I'm saying, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. I'm on a mission to stop all the blackpilling and actually turn everything around instead of waiting on some disgusting filth politician to fix it all for us. I actually want to start solving problems. And I want to get you too. I want to get you solving problems as well. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you all later.